Yeah, just a quick reminder because I saw a lot of people were actually voting, but they voted with 0%, or zero, which usually means you're voting without having self-delegated the token to yourself or someone else. So this is a tiny bit of process that you always need to do to actually participate in decentralized governance, right? You need to first go to your own profile, you go to delegation, and then you have to self-delegate whatever token you have on that very same wallet, right? So please make sure this is in place. Otherwise, no matter how many times you vote, it will always say zero, and it just means a token have not been delegated to your account. So make sure that's in place, because maybe we could have passed actually if people would have had delegated the tokens beforehand. Just wanted to add this as a quick reminder. Can happen. Are we guys, by the way, are we guys good on this call? It seems like it's really less people than usual. And I'm wondering, yeah, let me quickly come in with my other email, okay? I think this is again this like email issue here. So I will be back. Oh, it did for you show this last time? Okay, good. Then I'm good. Okay, anyways, well, I'm back with the other email, so now I would know for sure, I guess. Sure. Sure thing. Yeah, I thought would be nice to have this. He has already done a lot of work. Has obviously like a million things on the front end because it's like, I'm a developer. I don't know front end. I'm like, okay, understand. Let me get back to you on this one because stuff like, these addresses, if we show them, that's okay, right? Ideally, it's a truncated address with a link to it, I think. So we can make this like all more concise, right? That would be the idea. But yeah, technically it's functional, and so he already asked us that we actually start, doing stuff on here, right? So this is not just for show. So let me just quickly connect with my MetaMask here, and then we can see live if this works or not. That's basically what we can do. I think this is the account. Let me see. Confirm. Maybe it's not the account. No, it's my account. Yeah. So that's my compromised wallet, guys. So this is what we are on. Um, so yeah, it should show some stuff, right? It should potentially show like how many tokens I have and shit. So let's just see. This is proposals, obviously here. Then on this seems to be working quite well because this is showing this one as being a pending one, and this one being a pending one, which we just discussed. So that seems to be quite all right. This is an active one, which I think you suggested that people still vote on. So please do that. We have succeeded, queued, defeated, so you can review them all pretty easily, which is nice. We have the delegates page, so let's check that out, right? So see, this is exactly my delegation amount. So this is what I've been delegated from many of you out there who I do not know, but also thanks for trusting in me, even though my wallet was compromised. But now I know how to use it again for these purposes, so that's cool. And here he also implemented a leaderboard, which is quite cool. So whose accounts have been delegated the most account kind of thing. So you could go by this type of popularity, right? And you will see some of them are also with their ETH address, which is then a little bit easier to identify. Design iconoclast, right? Pioneer pet. So that's quite nice. And obviously unlock protocol.eth carrying the largest whoop of the bag. And then we have the treasury. So this shows what we actually have in the treasury and what's there to be used. And it also comes like really nice. It comes with all of these links already. So we don't have to search anymore everywhere to find certain links. We can just direct people to here, which is nice. And this is essentially where you will be able to create your own proposal, right? So this is I want to say this is the trickiest piece to make work. So obviously this takes a second to build, but I want to say for the most part, this seems pretty functional, except for making a new proposal. I guess this is something that we need to make sure this works, right? So I will let him know. True. Yeah, I think you know the DGAF thing is they wanted us to pay for this, right? And that's just something we cannot commit to with the budget that we have currently left. And so, oh, the self-hosting might be free, but in a way, I guess that is what Julian's already doing. So he's using, I think, Tally as a base. Because I think that's not going anywhere, right? So, like doing the self-hosting, I think Tally also does that, right? I think even I like I'm not even sure. Yeah, yeah, no. Yeah, that's a real question. It would be nice to have like Julian comment on this, but I guess not in this call. I mean, we have to discuss if we want him to be on these calls again, we have to shift the meeting time, right? So he's basically, I mean, today he's on a flight, that's different, but usually on Tuesdays he is not on a flight, obviously. He's not flying somewhere every Tuesday. But he's usually in a meeting with a bunch of other people, so he cannot shift it. He has no authority over this. Saying difficult to know which is the sinking ship in this market. Yeah, I feel like the everything is just sinking, and it's not really a surprise because there are some people who think it's a good idea to plunge everyone else into their shit. Sorry, that's what this is, right? So, yeah, um, we live right now in a world that's not very much controlled by the individuals living in it, but by a few who think they can do whatever, and they're hurting everyone else and everything among the way. And these businesses, they are going down because it's never just one reason, right? It's just a multitude of reasons and how everything is connected these days. Before countries were not that interconnected, but now we have not just trade deals and, cultural efforts to connect with each other, which I think is wonderful. But it also creates a ripple effect, right, across many different countries and many different people around the world. And so, if war is happening on one end of the world, then it affects people on the other side of the world. It's just how it is nowadays. And it sucks that a few people are able to decide this crap. Anyways, sorry, before I keep on rambling, let's move on. Yeah. Mm, yeah, I mean, I think we can co-author this, Stacey, no? Um, oh, what is this? Sorry, sorry, guys. wrong, wrong thing, wrong thing. Sorry, I wanted to share this here. Apologies. Hi, Gosman. So yeah, as you guys know, we have a GitHub, right? This is where the whole protocol is hosted. And on there, we have, we can sort these things by their labels. And we also have, oh God, and then, I messed this up. And then we also had one actually here. No, author projects. Where can it's just like, oh no, it's all here. It's all here. Sorry. Got you. Okay. Yeah, the bounties, right. I did not want to say, I just wanted to get to issues, but now I'm realizing I'm already on the issues page. I'm sorry. Okay, so anyways, obviously, you can see Julian uses this, right, to remind himself of, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, right? But we also use this, me and all of you who actually said like, oh, this could use some fixing, this could use some fixing, right? And I brought all of these things into our, like, made individual issues for these, right? So we have some comments on these. We actually do. Some are from Julian, and other ones are from people who are actually proposing solutions. And so I think instead of waiting around even further, I think we should really, like, I elect the expertise to get to jump on these, right? So sorry, Danny, you're the only one with the expertise here to actually jump on some of these and guide people through the process, right? And I don't know if you might want to reach out to Julian to get on a call with him to figure out like what could be your process, but it's just like it's sitting there. I had all of this work collecting all of this feedback, then I put all these things up here, and now nothing is happening, which kind of sucks. And we have some funds with Ethereum Bolivia still on their wallet, right, to actually do some bounties, right? So we do have the money already put aside on a different account to actually finance some of these bounties, and potentially do it also with Ethereum Bolivia together, or with, some with the guys who have been responding to this. But we need to manage this, and only someone who actually knows what they are talking about can manage this. So the question is, Danny, if you want to do this, and then budget is low, so I would suggest you ask for up tokens instead to gain more voice and governance. But yeah, I think this is, I don't know how to otherwise move forward with this, but it's quite sad because we have this all up here already. And some of these things, they're not crazy. I don't think they're like crazy, huge ass development issues that need like weeks to fix. I think some of them, it's not even half a day, to be honest, right? And so it's a shame if we're not doing it. And I see you guys are all agreeing with me. Okay, well, that's cool. Thanks, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. I Yeah. No, I just said like I was creating a thread, so we can speak about it more there, so it becomes an active conversation, and I will also quickly drop I guess Telegram message to Julian because recently he's been responding very fast on Telegram. So I'm gonna do that to figure out like a decent timing. But I have a feeling, Danny, I don't know if you celebrate Eastern. I personally don't because I don't celebrate anything. Uh, but but most people probably will do this week. Yeah, so you're doing it too. Okay. So I think he is too, and he's on his flight. I want to assume to visit his parents or something. So I don't think this week we will get much response. But nonetheless, I would drop it in the chat and see if we can maybe meet next week to figure out a process that, even to understand like what was the process that he had before in place, right? If we understand that, that would already be like super cool. So yeah, I will. Mm, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, and so it doesn't become like a giant overhead because I think none of us can shoulder this, and Danny for sure not because he has his own projects to work on as well. So figuring that part out would be good, but I think that has to be discussed under developers, under Danny and Julian, because I won't be very helpful on that conversation, and probably neither one of you. So they have to get into the same boat and make it to the other side. Daniel's already sending crying, laughing emojis. You're gonna survive it. I'm pretty sure, Danny. You're gonna survive. Me too. Yeah, it's little Bob Ross. He's always looking over our shoulders, I think. What's next? Woo! Oh, you already passed it. If you go 2 pages back, you will see the overview on how many people voted on something. Go back twice. One more. Yeah. And then you see how many addresses are listed. So his last one had like almost like double the amount. Look at 117 addresses. Yeah. I'm currently on my on my legacy profile, as it's now named Stellar Legacy, and it just has some pink socks. So now you know that's my legacy profile when everything has gone down the boots, right? Yeah. So on your profile, after you log in, right, and you can see like the DAOs that you're a part of or your wallet is part of, right? You can select Unlock DAO, and this is where you see your voting power, right? And so if you have app tokens in your wallet, but you haven't delegated them, then this will show up as 0, right? Or maybe someone else delegated to you, then this little icon will indicate that, in my case, 69 people have delegated to me. So this is how you can see, right? Then here is where you can look at delegates in general. So maybe you're interested to delegate to someone else, then you can go here and investigate. I'm making this quick because this will not be standing for too much longer, right? And then what you can also see now here is your delegate profile. And this is where you want to go, right? This is where you want to, so I delegate, and then, if I had tokens in my wallet, which obviously, because it's a compromised one, I don't have anymore. Thank you for that, assholes. Then you could go here and delegate your tokens to yourself, right? So this is what you need to do. If you don't do that, then it will just, like even if you vote, and in my case, see, I didn't participate for many votes before because I didn't know how to use a compromised wallet to do that. Now I do. um, then it will just consistently show up as 0 because you might have the token in your wallet, but they have not been recognized by the voting system, by the voting dashboard, right? So this is a step to make the voting system essentially aware of your token holdings and your voting power. Therefore, if you don't do that, then it was so cool that you voted, but it will have absolutely no effect, right? So yes, please go through this and make sure. Oh, you mean like in autocracies where there's like no room for other voices? Yeah, that is 100% true. I support this message. Tricks for president. No. I don't know who said this. I think this was from some famous novel or movie, and I think probably most of us have heard of it. There's this saying that true leaders are not self-claiming leadership; they are brought into leadership by other people. Something along those lines, or the sentiment. I think the phrase goes a little bit different, definitely. But I think that is it, right? We now live in an environment where we have like all of these self-proclaimed leaders because they think they're awesome, right? And then they use the current system that we have in place, or systems, I should say, to climb up that ladder. And that ladder incentivizes things that are not, it's not about having a good character, right? It's about having financial means, having influence, potentially blackmailing people. So kind of really sucks. But on the other hand, I also think maybe this is a lesson that needed to be learned. Maybe World War II wasn't good enough to teach us this lesson. Maybe we need to reach the next level of all of this shit. And maybe some of us are willing to learn then, because I heard last weekend how many million Americans were on the street protesting. 7, something like this. A big number, but it's not enough, right? And that's the point, right? You need to reach unification of sorts. Like that was not even present in World War II Germany, right? Like once you're part of a system like this, most people start thinking this is it, right? And we just need to manage. We have now all of these constraints, but if we behave well, if we do this, if we do that, then we can survive, right? And the problem with that is you can survive until the moment you can't survive anymore, because eventually you're too brown, you're too white, you're too yellow, they will find something, right? So right now it's maybe just this fraction of people that are being targeted. But when is it your fraction of people that gets targeted. And this is how these systems all have moved throughout all of history. And I can't believe we're here yet again, seeing this all unfolding in front of our eyes and being basically incapable of doing much about it, right? It's kind of like super frustrating. Sorry, we should probably not live stream this, but since I'm already banned from the United States, I feel I don't give a shit anymore. So eat me. Yes. Nice. Yes. You got it? Okay. your, your, yeah, your system hacked you. Yeah, 1,200. That's okay. Swap complete. Looks good. Woo! Good job. Yeah. Hmm. Also, you said you shared this on the Discord in the events channel, correct? So let me quickly pull this up here. Oi, 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 oi. Weird. Yeah, that's the actually bot quest channel. And I was battling with money in here. So now now you know. But you wanted to show in here, right? So here we can check it out live. We have 36 key holders, correct? Of 100 supposed key holders. So maybe you can tell Jimmy from Tregens, right? Uh, when he feels like it, maybe make a tag and tag unlock protocol, because Gosman is like our new Twitter hero, right? Our new X hero. He's got this very covered, and whenever you will tag him, he will definitely reshare, comment, post, whatever. So make use of that, and maybe we can together we can sell those 100 memberships, so you get them checked. Oh, they are free. Okay, well, doesn't matter if they're free or not. Like, let's spread the word together, is what I'm saying. Okay, okay. So maybe, yeah, just I'm saying just tag unlock protocol, so that Gosman takes note of it and can reshare and stuff. Yeah. Bye.